Hi there. During the video that you're about to see, where I'm making the little bomb cases to go to the Stampin' Up next weekend, I just wanted to show you quickly. I thought I'd add it on at the beginning rather than at the end. This is where I got it from, the set I've been using. This is Snowflake Showcase, and it is exclusive just for the month of November 2018. Okay, and it's only while stocks last as well, apparently. So basically what you do, they've got 2 stamp sets on offer, the dies and some other bits and pieces. Okay, you got the first one, which is Snow is Glistening, which you will see part of it being used in this video, and also my next 2 videos I'll be using this case as well. So I've also got the dies here. Again, you'll see these later in the video today. So they've got another stamp set here which is called Happiness Surrounds. So this makes it not just for like winter or Christmas like this one. This one can go throughout the year as well because it's more floral. And some of the dies you'll see me mentioning on the die set, some of the dies actually go with these ones as well, so they're really, really pretty. There are also some little snowflake trinkets, which I do have here. There are 20 pieces, there's 10 of each design, so if I just bring out 2 to show you, and if I bring it up nice and close to the camera, you can see, let's put my palm on my hand, you can see they've both got little gem in the middle there, so you could use them to put on your items there. You could even maybe put a link through that, this one especially, put a link through to make them into really pretty earrings. So lots of ideas of what to use on here. Also on the bottom of the leaflet down here, there's these white sheets down here which looks just like ordinary white card, but it's not. This is flocked. It's 12 by 12. Let's put it right the way out. So it's 12 by 12 and it's beautiful. If have been a subscriber for a little while, you'll know how much I was in raptures over the Santa's Workshop Suite with the flock elements on the designer paper there. But this is a whole sheet of flock, and I thought, wouldn't it make the most amazing mega snowflake? So I'm going to be using this die on this. I'm going to make these beautiful touchy-feely Christmas cards this year. Anyway, all the details will be down below. I will talk about it later on as well. There'll be a little bit at the end as well. So anyway, sit back, enjoy, and I hope you like the project I'm about to make. Hello there, it's Karen here, also known as Crafty Little Miss K. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in the UK. I'm in the southeast of England. It's a beautiful sunny Saturday afternoon, and I'm ready to show you another project I've been making. So next weekend is a special weekend for Stampin' Up demonstrators all over the world, because we get a chance to get together, those of us lucky enough to get tickets to Onstage, and I'm getting to go, so I'm really happy about that. So Stampin' Up do these conventions twice a year, April and November, and we all gather together, we have great fun, we have demonstrations, we swap things with other people, they give us lovely gifts. We have a fantastic time. It's a great time to meet together with other demonstrators around the country. Most of the team I'm in all live up in the Midlands, so this is my chance to get together with the girls and have a lovely weekend with them. And I'm making table gifts for everybody. And this is what I've made, just a nice little cute little bonbon or a mini cracker. It's got a Ferrero Rocher inside of it, and I'm going to be making these. Now this is my prototype. It's a little bit loose and a little bit wobbly. I could do with tightening that up a little bit, the bows there. But basically that's what I'm making. I have made a start, and if I bring these in, now these have been tied loosely because what we do when we make things like this to swap, we put in the directions of how we made it, the items that we use to make it, which I haven't done yet. So these have to be undone. I've got a little slip of paper inside just to say how I made each of these, and also maybe a link to this video so they can have a look for themselves. Anyway, so this is what I'm making today, and this paper is wonderful. It's just been re-released. It was on a special promotion back in September. It's called Dashing Along, and it's Christmas paper. It's all double-sided like all of Stampin' Up's products are. Like I said, it was a promotion in September, but they brought it out because everyone's gone crazy for all the Christmas papers this year from the winter catalogue, and so they've re-released this one so you can buy it. But I wanted to show it to you because it's lovely. It's really good quality paper. I've obviously been using this already, but you can hear that. That's really good quality paper. It's double-sided, like I said. Lovely patterns, all in traditional green and red. So you've got that one with the floral on there. That's the striped one. And then this one, which I haven't used for them, you've got stars one side, and you've got like just text and stuff the other. So I will probably use the green side like that when I get to use it. But yeah, so that's what I'm using to make them. And then also underneath there is another 12 by 12 pack, and this is the sparkle glimmer paper, and it's gorgeous. I don't know if the light's going to pick this up because it's, like I said, it's the late afternoon now, so the sun's starting to go, but it's absolutely glorious. It's all different. It's like a what do they call it? AB, was it Aurora Borealis, whatever it is, you know, the one that's multicoloured as it sparkles. Anyway, it's like that, and it's lovely. So I'm also going to be using a brand new stamp set which is out specially for November, only available, it's limited edition, and it's Snow is Glistening. It's part of a 2 stamp set, but I preferred this one, so I've grabbed this one. It's photopolymer, and so you'll need to mount it up onto blocks. It comes with matching dies, which I've got to the side here, although I'm not actually using them. Beautiful. Look at that size of that snowflake. I mean, my hand isn't small. I'm about 7 inches across, maybe. Let's have a quickie look. Oh no, it's not 7 inches. What makes me think I was 7 inches in length? That's what it is. Yeah, so I've got quite large hands for a lady, I think. And well, look, there's even more underneath. Look, this is lovely. I want to make something like this next time as well. But there's another snowflake there, smaller ones, absolutely gorgeous. These double up as flowers. These you can make flowers because that's 2 dies there. If I just separate one, let's see. So there you've got 2 dies there. Loads and loads of dies in this out. What I'm also going to be using is the envelope punch board. Okay, and I've got my paper pre-cut already, and I've just got some scraps as well to do the labels. So this is going to be doing this. The glimmer paper, the sparkly stuff, is to do the sprig there. I've got a punch for that, which I'll bring in later. So I think it's time I got going. I want to try and keep this fairly short. My husband has bought me a new smoke alarm to come in my craft room, because I said to him, he was talking about smoke alarms around the house, and I said, how about one in my room, because I've got so much paper in here. So yes, he's waiting patiently outside for me to finish filming, so I'm going to get on with it. I think I'll do the florally type one with the ones with the poinsettias in it. So this measures 6 by 4. So if you've got the 12-inch sheets of paper, you can get 6 of these little mini crackers out of each sheet, which is pretty good. Okay, so what you need to do is pop it. Oh no, before you do that, you've got to score it first. What am I thinking? So bring up the scoreboard here, and so with the 6-inch piece across the top, you just want to score at 1 3/4. I've got this memorised. No, it's not 1 3. It's 1 3/8. Let's start again, shall we? 6 inches across the top. So you score at 1 3/8, 2 3/4, 4 1/8, and then 5 1/2. Turn it around to the short side, and then it's just 1 3. So basically you've got a 1-inch score line each side there, and that's all the scoring. There is no pre-cutting. There's a tiny bit of snipping later. So now you bring your bone folder in, and we're just gonna, what I found to make these form that lovely bonbon, I've got an empty one here, to make them form that lovely rounded look, there, because it was tending to sort of fold in like that. I just pre-did the score, these 2 long score lines inwards, and then scored everything that way, because I want this to be on the outside. And I found that scoring it this way first of all actually helped it to form that nice rounded thing, so you can put your Ferrero Rocher or your link door, whatever you want to put inside of it. I mean, it could be something nice. I mean, if you're a guy watching this and you're into crafting, or if your partner, your mum, your girlfriend, your aunt is into crafting, maybe you could sort of borrow their things as well. But if you're a guy and you're into crafting, great idea to put a nice bit of jewellery in there, maybe some diamonds, you know, maybe a ring. Anyway, I'm getting away with myself there. Okay, so bringing in the envelope punch board now. So either end, it doesn't matter which end you start at, fold over that first bit first of all, lining up against the 1-inch mark there, and you punch. Now this is quite good paper, so you have to give it a bit of welly. And then at the 3-inch mark, okay, and then you fold to the next, go over to the next fold line, repeat, and you just keep on going until you reach the end fold line, which will be the narrow 1/2-inch piece. So I'm just going to turn it around so you can see. So there's your 1/2-inch piece. Go in, it doesn't cut all the way through, as you can see. And then just once more. And that's the basis for your cracker, so you can see it's starting to form already. And then to create this cute little piece in here, just come in about halfway between that. Oh, forgot. I always forget this. At the end, just need to punch on the end piece as well, so your paper will look like that. If I just pull that, actually, can you see that? Yes, you can. As you can see, it's got the bit at the end, but you don't do this edge here. That's nice and straight because that's going to be inside, hidden away. Okay, and then I'm just going to move my paper out of the way because it does tend to bulk up underneath there. And then halfway between these two pieces here, you just sort of work it out roughly for yourself. Just sort of line up this little gap, that little bit in there, about halfway between. Doesn't have to be precise, and then just go along like this. And there we go. And then turn around and do the other side. Okay. And that's it. That's all you need that for. So let's just get rid of this into the bin next to me. There we go. Now then, if you go to the second fold along, I mean, you can do it from here if you want to, but it's a little bit, I mean, that would work as well. But I find that if you've got the bit in the middle where you want the glue, when you fold it over, it's a lot easier. It might not marry up exactly just on here, and you'll find that you've got a piece left in here, but which you're going to snip away in a second. But for now, these pieces here on the 1/2 inch, this bit here, this and this is going to have some glue on it. And especially for this video, I've got a brand new bottle of glue. Anybody who's been seeing some of my other videos have seen I'm like this the whole time trying to get the glue out, but I don't have to because it's a brand new, and in fact it's coming out so fast I'll probably put way too much on there. So I am just going to grab a tissue. I've got some, I've got a shelf, I've got some kitchen towel. I'm just going to wipe some of that away because that is too much and that's going to go everywhere. That's it, because I'm usually having to squeeze the bottle, and obviously I didn't need to this time. Okay, so bring it over. Just give it a good little rub just to hold it in place. And that's it. That's that part ready there. Okay, give it a few seconds just to dry off. While it's drying, let's bring it up nice and close. I don't know if you can see that piece in here. Hold it against my finger. You see there's a little sort of bit there, and there's a little bit there. That needs to be snipped off. So just follow the line of the curve like that. And then the same on this side. You find they'll be slightly different. They're not exactly the same size, these little tiny pieces of paper, but that doesn't matter. There we go. So there we are. That's your cracker ready. And then what you can do then is, before you put the Ferrero in, I just sort of like give it a little tweak just like that on the score line there, just to prepare it ready for the fact it's going to be bending slightly. Okay, so that's that bit done. We're just going to pop the Ferrero in. First of all, I just want to see where that join is. There's a join there, so that's going to be underneath. So this is the top. So you slide your Ferrero in, and then when you squeeze it, you can see it starts making that lovely rounded look straight away. Okay, and then just turn it upside down and do the same. And then it'll hold there just for a second while you're getting ready for the next part. So we're going to do some stamping next. And somewhere beside me, I had, there it is, underneath my envelope punch board, some scrap paper card. I've got the white and the red. This is, the red on here is cherry cobbler and garden green. But I didn't have any cherry cobbler ribbon. I'm using real red ribbon, and I've nearly finished the roll now. Don't even know if I've got enough to do. I might just have enough to do this one cracker. I've got another roll up on the shelf. And this is real red. And it is, find the English, it's 1/8 of an inch wide, and it's called solid ribbon. All right, so that's why I'm using real red on the card, and I'll be using real red on the ink as well. Let's move that out the way for a sec. So like I said, just a scrap piece of white there. What I'm going to do first of all is bring in my red, and I've already got, if I can refer back to the stamp set. So what I'm actually using is this one down here. It's got Joy, and then this little sprinkle of snowflakes on here. I'm going to be doing that, using that one as well. So I've got them both. Oops, I've got them both ready on the blocks, and as you can see, it's got a slight red tinge to it. So I've used it already to do the other ones. That will probably stain, like that will stay on there, that stain, but it doesn't transfer. She says, there we go. Look, see, it doesn't transfer because it's been cleaned. It stains, but it doesn't, you know, affect. If I also use yellow or white, no, well, not white, well, yeah, I could use white, but if I use like a lighter colour like pink or pale blue or yellow, it won't change, it won't alter the colour, so don't worry about that. So just ink it up, and then not too near the bits of paper on me, not too near the edge, just hold it down for a sec, my ink pad is slightly dry, so I'm just going to hold it and then pull away. Okay, and then I've got my chamois here off camera there, so I'm just going to take off the ink off of that for now so it doesn't leave too much on there. Let's move that one out of the way. And then if I'm going to bring in the punches now that I'm using, okay, I have got 3 punches. I've got that lovely sprig that makes this thing here, this one here, that's from the autumn winter catalogue, that's this one. And then these 2 are available all the time. I've got 1 3/4 plain circle and I've got a 1 3/8 scallop circle. So let's move this out of the way just for a sec. The plain circle is going to be the inner part, so just get that joy in the middle there. That's it. Okay, and then I'm going to punch, while I've got the punches here, I'm just going to do my red, which is slightly larger. That's it. Oops. Let's put that back over there so I know where it is. Okay, so that'll sort of like go on there, and you can see it's got a nice little border on it. But before I do, I'm just going to get a piece of scrap paper off to the side here, and I'm going to bring in the little snowflake flurry now, the mini snowflake flurry, and my garden green, which is the same colour green that's on the crackers, and just ink that one up there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it so I've got, I don't know if you can see, I've got 2 larger flakes there and a little one there. I'm going to turn it around so the larger flakes are going to be off, and then I'm going to stamp off and then stamp on, so you get a faded look. You don't get the, because it's very dark, that green on its own. Oh, and then go round, just keep on going all the way round. I mean, if you wanted the large flakes you could do that, if I show you what that would look like. So just slightly off the circle. Oh, I did it, look, I didn't stamp it off first. Let's go do another one because I want it to be right. Right, let's get the red one out again. That just shows you that I'm not perfect. Alright, to hold. That's it. I'll just leave that sitting on the chamois for the minute and close the red. And then circle punch I'm after, aren't I? That one there. Roughly in the middle. Okay, let's go again with the green. Right, stamp off, stamp on, stamp off, stamp on, off, on. You can either do it completely in a circle or just top and bottom. It just creates a nice little bit of interest in it, like as a background there. So let's get that onto the chamois as well. So close that one. That's me done. And then take that one away. Get rid of that paper for a second. Bring it back later when I'm doing the others. Okay, so back with the wet glue again. A little bit less on there this time, that's it. And then just to help me line up, because I'm a little bit fumbly with my fingers, just going to make sure you can see, just make sure it goes right in the middle, and then just press down. Okay, and then that's ready to be the next stage. So we're going to bring in the sprig this time, and I've cut a strip of that nice glittery paper, the sparkle glimmer paper, and just punch one. It's very hard to see. I'm just going to put that on my hand. So there we are. That's what it's going to look like. All right. Now, glimmer paper doesn't do well with wet glue. All right. I find that the best thing to use is glue dots. So I'm just going to turn that so it's glitter side down onto that dot on there, and then just pull it off, and that's ready to go then. And then what you can do then is you can just place it where you want to on the back of your circle. I'm just going to pop it there. And then to attach it to the cracker, which I haven't put the ribbon on yet, I've just realised, I'm just going to use a dimensional, just a foam thing. I'm going to leave the lid on that for a minute because we need to finish this one off. Okay, so that ribbon, I worked out that I needed about 10 inches for me, because like I said, I'm a little bit fiddly, a bit fumbly when it comes to thin stuff. That one's just about 10 with that sticky on it. Let's see if I can get that off. Lovely. I will do some trimming as well. Okay, and then you just bring this over, make sure it's the right way up. which it wasn't. That's the right way up. And then what you could do, because I want to undo these again, what you could do is pull it in nice and tight and then tie a knot and then tie a bow. I'm just going to put a little bow on it because I want it to, so you can undo it and then do it up again, which is really fiddly. Okay, let's see if I can do this in one. Oh, look at that. Okay, so when I'm ready, I will cut off that piece there just to make it nice and even. But for the minute, I'm just going to leave it on there. And we're almost done. Oops. Get under. Let's see. There we go. I could probably do being just a little bit tighter, but like I said, I'm going to be undoing them to put the little bits of paper inside so that my swap friends will be able to look to see how it was made. And then just bring in your little bit on the top there, your little label. Take the backing off, stick it on. I mean, you can stick it on an angle. Most of these have gone on a slight angle. And here we are. Finally, I've finished all of my little bonbon cases. They are really cute. I love them. I used the two papers I showed you originally. Then I also used the green one that was further down in that set, the one that had the text on the inside. You can just make it out if you look inside there. As you can see, I've got a different ribbon on here, mainly because I ran out of my red. In fact, this one isn't the original red either. This is another red because I ran out of that other ribbon. I used another roll, run out of that ribbon, and I had a few left over where I put this beautiful polka dot tool on there. I mean, you can colour this. You could use one of your inkers or an ink pad to colour this, but I've left it white because obviously it goes with the white glimmer. The rest of them are all in one of these big, really useful cases. If I just quickly find the lid and just pop it on, as you can see, it is full up. So that's all my swaps done. This is all going, like I said, to the group that I belong to with other demonstrators, Julie's Jems, and looking forward to meeting them all again. Just before I go, I'd like to say a big thank you to those of you who have subscribed just recently. I always say this every time, and I really do appreciate you coming and joining and watching some of my videos, and I hope you enjoy what you see. If you haven't subscribed yet and you kind of like what I'm doing here, down there somewhere you'll find a subscribe button. If you just click on that one, and it'll let you know when I've done another video. I'd also like to thank those of you who have placed orders with me. I really appreciate your custom. If you do want to any of these supplies, and you can go look for my blog, it's down there. I've got a link there to the Stampin' Up shop page. If you decide to place an order, there'll be a part there where you can put in a hostess code, and that will give you the chance for me to send you a little something as a thank you for your order. I always send out thank yous anyway, no matter how big the order is, but if you spend £40 or more, I'll send you a little Stampin' Up goodie in the post. Anyway, so in the meantime, thanks for watching and happy crafting, everyone. Bye.